Quincy Jones, the musical genius who gave the world Thriller and so much more, passed away yesterday at the age of 91. His journey was like no other, from the mean streets of Chicago to Hollywood's red carpets. Quincy left an imprint on every corner of the music world. Get ready to dive into the legacy of a man whose life was as extraordinary as the sounds he created. Quincy was born in 1933, and his early life wasn't easy. Imagine growing up dodging gang violence, losing your mom to mental illness, and finding a sense of freedom only when you stumble upon an old piano. In a way, music chose Quincy, pulling him out of a tough life and giving him purpose. Think about it, without that chance encounter, would the world have ever known Thriller? Young Quincy hit Seattle's jazz scene like a storm, jamming alongside Ray Charles and sharing the stage with icons. At just 14, he was already making waves in jazz clubs. Picture this, a kid barely old enough to vote, hanging out with the likes of Billie Holiday. It was like jazz royalty had unofficially adopted him. And that was just the start. Quincy wasn't content with just music, he wanted Hollywood, too. When he scored The Pawnbroker, he made history as one of the first black composers in Hollywood. But he didn't stop there. From The Italian Job to The Color Purple, Quincy pushed boundaries every step of the way. Hollywood had no idea what hit them. How often does someone rewrite the rules, and then some? Then came Michael Jackson. Quincy's partnership with MJ gave the world Off the Wall, Thriller, and Bad, albums that didn't just break records, they demolished them. Quincy knew just who to call. He brought Eddie Van Halen's guitar magic to beat it and even enlisted horror legend Vincent Price for the spooky voice on Thriller. That album still reigns as the bestseller of all time. Talk about rewriting pop history. Quincy wasn't just a music producer, he was a force for good. In 1985, he assembled music royalty for We Are the World, raising millions for famine relief. Imagine wrangling Stevie Wonder, Diana Ross, and Bob Dylan in one room, no egos allowed. Check your egos at the door, Quincy told them. It wasn't just a song, it was a movement that helped millions around the world. Hollywood called again, and Quincy answered. He produced The Fresh Prince of Bel-Air, launching Will Smith's career and making one of the most beloved shows of the 90s. Then came The Color Purple, where he helped bring black stories to the forefront in Hollywood. Quincy's fingerprints are on some of the most iconic moments in pop culture. And he wasn't just producing, he was paving the way for new generations. With over 28 Grammy Awards and countless lives touched, Quincy's legacy is everywhere. From Kendrick Lamar to today's top producers, every artist owes a bit of their sound to Quincy Jones. Even in his later years, Quincy's influence only grew, with Netflix's Quincy documentary reminding the world of his remarkable life. As he leaves us, his spirit and his music remain forever etched in history. Quincy Jones may be gone, but his voice, his vision, and his beats will live on. Join us in celebrating a life that gave so much to the world, a legacy that rewrote the very rules of music. Drop a comment with your favorite Quincy song or story. And be sure to subscribe as we continue to honor legends who shaped the soundtrack of our lives.